What's up, you guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to this week's video. If you are new around here, welcome to the Lone Troopers YouTube channel. This is where I post all my mountain biking content, so if you're a mountain biker or if you enjoy mountain biking content, consider subscribing, because that's all this is mountain biking, a little bit of dirt jumping, a little bit of BMX videos. In today's video, I am giving you guys my first impressions on my Santa Cruz Megatower. If you guys are familiar with my channel and my other videos, I'm sure you saw my video comparing the Santa Cruz Megatower to the Santa Cruz Bronson that I previously had. I did end up selling my Santa Cruz Bronson and getting the Megatower for various reasons. If you want to check out that video explaining why, I'll leave that right up here in the video card above. I also did a video on the comparison between the Bronson and the Megatower, and that video is also right here. So if you want to check those out before watching this, it might make a little more sense. But today's video is just the first ride impressions of my Megatower, which is a bit different than the Megatower that I demoed. So just this first time I went out and rode it, just giving my first impressions, what I thought, how it felt. This bike is the same size, but it is a different build spec, and this bike has a coil shock on it, opposed to the last Megatower I rode had an air shock. So it did feel a bit different, so just stay tuned and check it out. We're just going to take a lap down my local trail, and you can skip to this time right here if you just want to watch the descending. First part of the video is going to be my thoughts on the climb. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please leave a thumbs up on the video. That does help. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. See you out on the trail. So it manuals pretty well, big plus. All right, so just got to the top. That climb felt really, really good. I was pleasantly surprised. The 1x12 drivetrain definitely helps out on this bike because it's not the most efficient pedaling platform out on the market, but gets the job done for me. I think it'll get the job done for you. My saddle position felt really good. Felt more over the bottom bracket than the rear wheel for sure. Good power distribution, very snappy when cranking. Didn't feel like every time I'd put power to the pedals it wallowed out or got sluggish, so that's a huge plus. We are about to head down Corral Loop here. I don't really know what else to say about the pedaling, besides it pedaled really well for being a 160 travel bike. Felt really good pedaling out of the saddle also. This shock does have a lockout on it though. That really helps out. And the coil felt really rigid while pedaling. I'd say better than the air shock that I had on my Bronson. That didn't have a climb switch, but I would say coil with the climb switch is the way to go for me. Here we go, heading down Corral Loop. Little nose bonk. Couple more nose bonks. Oh, these corners are so flat and so loose. Ooh, felt really good through those rocks right there. They're pretty shallow, but good traction. Very composed. This will be a better little test hit up here. Drop down into the rocks. Ooh, very nice. Oh man, that felt awesome. That quick little sprint right there felt really responsive. I used to get a lot of slug right there in my Bronson. Man, this feels really good. Okay, so coming down into the rock garden, major test section. Oh man, so fast. That was surprisingly fast. Felt really good. Tons of traction. This bike is so poppy. I seriously think this might be more poppy than the Bronson. And it has a coil on it. Little sprint. Oh, good. Oh man, have a flat little pedaling section here. So, little recap, that felt really good. I'd say through the rock gardens, A+. Tons of traction while not numbing the rock garden. Still felt very engaged riding through it, but kept a ton of speed. Didn't feel like my feet were gonna chatter off. Jumped into a couple rock gardens. Very composed landings for the flatter sections. As you guys can see, there are some of those flatter turns that you take some pedal cranks out of, and that felt really good also. Very responsive to the pedals. My Bronson, when I'd get on it, it was almost like there was kind of a lag. Like the suspension would just kind of settle out. And in that time, you'd be like 3/4 through a crank and you really hadn't gotten much power to the pedals. You kind of just push through your travel. And this didn't do that at all. Very strong top end of the stroke. I felt really good. I think that was, I must say, probably my fastest time down the top part of Corral. I never timed my laps, but just using my best judgment, that was muy bueno, amigos. Now we're gonna hit the jumps. I do have my rebound kind of high, so hopefully we don't go catapulting over the bars. But this is my main concern on this trail, is how the bike feels on these jumps. I just don't want it to feel like a trophy truck, because to me that's really no fun. I'm not racing. I'm out here trying to play around and have a good time, and I don't care how fast I go. I just want it to feel good. So let's go ahead and hit these jumps, see what this thing's all about, see how good it feels. I have a good feeling about this though. All right. Oh yeah, baby. Ooh, we are in business. Coil feels good. Oh, phenomenal pop. Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. This feels so good. It corners so well. I'm carrying a lot of speed for these corners. Snappy jump. Woo! Little overclear. Ooh, little seat grab. Not quite a toboggan. All right, big jump. The testimonial. Woo! Oh man, I have struck gold, my friends. Last jump, coming in hot. Oh yeah. We have got a new champion. Step down, Bronson. The Megatower's taking the seat. See if I can get this triple through the sand. Oh yeah. Little nose bump. Oh. Freaking perfect. The Santa Cruz Megatower, my friends. The fawns with the bronze. This bike is a party animal. Manuals really well too. Oh, I really have nothing bad to say about this bike. I'm blown away. Definitely topped my climbing expectations. Rode the flat sections like an animal, always on the gas. I wonder if that has to do with the 29er wheels too. I know they definitely hold their speed a bit better, but I feel like this rear end is more progressive through the shock stroke because I didn't find bottom out once, and I went to the bottom of those jumps a few times, and just cranking around felt really good. I can see why all the EWS guys are riding this. Just such good power distribution. I'd say the size felt right on point. This is a large, and I'm 6 foot, maybe 6'1", and I don't like my bike to feel big, but I like my wheelbase to fit my height. I would say a large in the Megatower for me fits me really well. I'm running a 600-pound coil spring. That was right on the money. I need to play with the rebound a little bit, but for the most part, I think I might be dialed in. My sag is perfect. I'm running it in the shorter chainstay setting because I really like to manual and bunny hop over stuff. So that shorter chainstay length really helps me get my front end up. And especially when I manual, it's easier to stay in my manual if I'm in that lower chainstay setting. I'm also running the lower bottom bracket setting. I don't mind my pedals being a little lower to the ground. I think I get a little bit of better weight distribution that way. A bit more control at speed. Makes the bike feel a little bit longer. Besides that, everything felt phenomenal. Big ups to Santa Cruz on the Megatower. A couple things that I noticed were different between the Megatower I demoed and this Megatower that I own is the one I demoed is a R build, which is a spec below this build. And I think that little step up in components felt a lot better. The bike felt a lot more rigid, a little bit stiffer cranks, more strength out of the wheels. Besides that, I mean, A+. Sorry, Bronson, but you've most definitely been replaced. I think I found my favorite helmet. I think this A1 by Troy Lee Designs fits me the best. I did fall and get a little crack and chip in the paint right here, but this thing feels really good. Even with the GoPro on top, it stays really snug. Let me know if you guys want to see some gear reviews. I'm really in tune with my gear and I've tried a bunch of different stuff, so maybe I have some good recommendations, maybe not. Also, these goggles, Squad XLs by Smith, these things are so sick. They have a really wide open nose bridge right here, so when you're riding more enduro, they don't really clog your nasal passages, so it's not hard to breathe. I feel like it keeps it really open, but this wider and taller frame dimension, you don't really get any blind spots either. I really like these. I do have a pair of the regular Squads as well that aren't the XLs, and maybe we could do a little goggle review. Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was just kind of like my first ride impressions. It's not a full review, just my first thoughts on getting on my new bike, going out and riding it. Minimal setup time. Like I said in the video, still got to play with the suspension a bit. My spring rate on my coil was spot on, so I was super happy with that. Rode way better than I thought it would. It actually rode way better than the Megatower I demoed did. So I guess there is something to say for the spec of bike you're riding and the different parts. I mean, if you are looking into buying a Megatower, hopefully that helped out your decision a little bit. My most recent comparison with it, like I said, is the Santa Cruz Bronson that I had in the same spec. Pretty comparable, just a little bit different of a bike, size-wise, travel-wise, obviously wheel size-wise also. If you guys do have any questions about the Megatower or the Santa Cruz Bronson, just leave them down in the comments below. Like I said, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.